Hey, what's going on, guys? Back again with another one talking about health, wealth, happiness, success, how to get rich, how to get wealthy, all that good stuff. And here today, I am somewhere in Boomerville, USA. You might be able to see some palm trees. We're down here somewhere in Florida. Um, and yeah, man, I wanted to talk about in order to get rich, in order to get wealthy. First of all, the easiest way to do that, if you're not close to the money printers, if you don't understand the Federal Reserve and they print money, we don't have access as that, right? Or to that as regular people. But what we do have access to is old rich people who got a lot of money, right? So that's the second best way to make money, is you need to get into these areas with rich people who already have the money. You need to become valuable to these people. You need to, help these people out. How can you provide value to these people, which will allow them to give you their money? They've already got it, they've already accumulated it, and now they're just trying to figure out how to live life a little easier. And so this is where we come in. We need to figure out how we can provide value to these people, and get around in these areas and help them out. So, because they're willing, they got all the money, they're at the end of their lifespan, right? They're 60s, 70s, 80-year-old, and they're just trying to figure out a way how to, just get through life a little easier. So if you can come into these areas and provide value for these old people, they're more than willing to throw some money at you, especially in today's environment, right? A lot of these younger generations, me, myself, I'm a millennial. I'm in my late 30s. But a lot of this younger generation, they don't want to do anything today. They don't want to work, in which there is a disconnect with the boomers and the younger generation. They're like, oh, these young guys are lazy. Oh, the young girls and guys, this younger generation in general, they're very lazy. They don't want to work. They don't want to do anything. But I'm telling you, if you come into these areas, if you can get around these areas and find where these rich people live, if you even just show some initiative. Hey, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to help out. Where can I be more valuable? How can you use me? What do you need from me that I can provide to you? They're more than willing to be like, wow, look at this person. They don't normally see younger generations trying to get it anymore, right? It's so crazy. I was just talking to my dad. Now, my dad doesn't live out here. He lives somewhere else across the country, but one of my younger siblings, my dad is very social, right? My dad is, he plays in his little sports league and he plays basketball, and he's bumping shoulders with all of these retiree people. Again, it's not here in Florida. My dad doesn't live in Florida. I'm just using his advice to get it where, I live. But anyways, he was telling me that, he brought so many opportunities to one of my younger siblings about how to make money. And one of my younger siblings, he works at a job, I'm not going to say where, but he makes around like $30,000 a year. And somebody who my dad plays basketball with was like, hey, I can get you your job, I can get your son a job working with me, and he can start out right away making $60,000 a year. My dad went to my younger sibling. The sibling was like, nah, I'm good where I'm at. Like, what? Again, my dad's outside bumping shoulders with people. My dad's super social. He grew up in the 80s and the 90s and stuff like that. That's all they did. They was outside talking. And another guy was like, hey, I work selling life insurance. Your son can come work with me. I got a buddy in South Florida right now working life insurance, making buku money. And again, my little younger brother was like, no, I'm good. It's like, dude, like, what? And he's just like, well, I'm not very talkative like that. I don't like talking with a lot of people. And it's like, okay, cool, whatever. That is the younger generation. They're like stuck on their phone, stuck in their room. They're not very social, but it's like, okay, cool, like, whatever. Again, third time, my dad had somebody come over to look at the AC. A younger guy, 23 years old. Again, my dad's super social. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Like, how'd you get into this job? The kid told him, yeah, I was living with my parents, started to go to HVAC school. Now I'm doing this. I'm making about $65,000 a year. In a couple of years, I'll be bumped up to about $85,000. He's like, I'm just about to buy my first house, 23 years old. And then my dad was just like, hey, what about being an HVAC technician? It's not that difficult of a job. You don't have to talk to a lot of people. Now, the kid did say one of the most, I think he said one of the difficult portions about the job is, being in attics during the summer. It's pretty hot up there. But other than that, he was like, I barely talk to anybody. I just do my thing, tell the people of the house what's wrong with it, what kind of parts they need to replace, and I go on about my business. younger brother was like, nah, I'm good, I don't want to do that. And it's just like, come on. Like, we live in a system, this fiat system. It is designed to get harder. I guess the money is designed to expand year after year, so life will get harder. You will continuously get priced out if you are not continuously grinding, getting a better job, getting a promotion. Like, you are just gonna get priced out of life. And my younger brother, who's just sitting at this job making $30,000 a year, with all of these opportunities being thrown in his lap, he's like, no, I'm good. He just doesn't want to do anything. And I'm like, come on. I feel like that is the younger generation. It's like, dude, if you just show some initiative, get yourself in these rich environments, get yourself around all of these old people in these old communities, and just show some initiative, they will be more than willing to be like, wow, you set yourself apart from the other Gen Zers, Gen Alphas, whatever. Like, they will love that, and they'll be like, yo, this is what I need done. You can do this. But it just takes a little bit of initiative to want to do that in life. And I feel like this younger generation is just, they've just given up completely, even with all of the opportunities thrown into their lap today. It's like, come on. Like, I know the world is getting harder. I know it's getting harder to survive. I know a lot of people are getting priced out and life is becoming difficult, but it's still not over. There's still more you can do. There's still opportunities to be had. And again, that's the premise of this video. You know, a lot of people are like, where are the opportunities? You need to get around the people who have already accumulated all of the money, the boomers, the Gen Xers, the people who are retiring now, who just want to live the rest of their life in comfort. If you can just come in and provide value to these people, they are more than willing to just pay you to do whatever, you know, even like landscaping, whatever you want to get into. But you need to show initiative in doing something, right? It's so crazy. Like, I'm just around all of these rich old people. It's a Tuesday afternoon. They're playing tennis, chilling, hanging out with their significant others, just relaxing, right? In their later years, that's all they want to do. And they got all this money, right? And they're just quick to make sure, or like help people out, you know, who are trying to come up in life, if you can make their life a little bit easier. So, man, there's still opportunity outside to get it. There's still opportunity outside to get rich, to get some money, you know, but you just need to, again, the whole premise of this video is to get into these rich environments. Where are the rich environments? The old environments. Get into these old environments with people who have already accumulated a lot of money and become valuable to those people, which will make them want to just give you the money. Just if you just show initiative, they're like, wow, look at this younger person that is trying to make something for themselves, is trying to get it out here. They'll be more than willing to, you know, help you out in life, give you opportunities, put you on game, all of that stuff, man. Like, they've already built the businesses, they've already done the deals, they've already, you know, built the networks. And if you just get around and mingle with these people, the more opportunities open up for you to be able to level up in your own life. So yeah, man, I'm gonna leave it there with that one. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the rest of my day. But again, just last second, if you're still here, get in these rich environments, mingle with these old people, show them that you have some work ethic, and the opportunities will just fall in your lap. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Like and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.